Hey guys, Gamigo Gamer here, back at it with the Trick Magic tournament. So, I got some sleep under my belt after the last few videos, and I'm feeling a little bit better, and I just wanted to jump into some more battles here, so let's see how this goes. If you haven't seen it either, if you want to play with this team, I actually posted the team link code in the last video too, so be sure to check that out. It's not too late to sign up for this tournament. I think you can sign up even on Sunday. This team has been doing me pretty well so far. We won our last few matches, so let's see how this goes here. We see some big threats. This is a lot of the Pokemon I expected to see in this tournament here. The Hisuian Zoroark we're going to have to play very carefully around. We misjudged when it was going to be the lead the last time, and that really hurt us, put us in a bad position here. We also see the Fluttermane, which is going to have a lot of speed. It's probably going to be running that booster energy. They're also going to have a Sableye that's going to have that priority, which is going to be a little bit difficult to deal with. We'll have to be careful around the disguise, too, with the Mimikyu here again. I think Fluttermane's going to be good against both their Fluttermane and the Golden Go, so I definitely think I want to bring that again. I definitely think Hisuian Zoroark also is going to look really, really strong, regardless of whether lead with like a Zoroark lead or a Mimikyu. And then we kind of get into some of those mind games if they're not actually disguising at the beginning there, but we can kind of play around that a little bit here. As far as the other Pokemon go, Cerulege is going to have that priority with the Shadow Sneak, so we'll have to be careful with that. And Mimikyu as well, and the Zoroark can potentially have that as well. So I'm thinking Dragapult looks pretty strong here. And it looks pretty strong. Another good option could be the Spectrier, but I get a little bit worried about the priority on their team. So, I think we're gonna lead. Zoroark, bring Fluttermane, and then have Dragapult as our last Pokemon here. I think that's how I want to play this one. I could see Sableye being a really good option against this team too, but I haven't tried the Dragapult out yet, and I kind of just want to see how it does against some of these matchups. I think it could be pretty good for us as well, so we'll have to wait and see. I don't have fully max like physical attack either, so that can make things a little bit difficult. We might not be finding the KOs in a few matchups that might matter here. So we see either a Sableye or the Zoroark. I'm assuming it's a Zoroark. I'm assuming they're trying to disguise as a Pokemon that is going to resist Ghost. Well, no, that wouldn't make much sense. What do I want to do? I think either way, Knockoff's my best bet. Regardless of whether it's just normal Sableye or whether it's their Zoroark. So, we get the outspeed, which makes me think... running that follow play. So there we go. The Berry coming into play here. That's going to be huge for us. It is just Sableye, which is why they didn't have that Prankster priority. Very, very fascinating. We could set up with the Fluttermane. The Fluttermane could be pretty good against this. Thinking, well, follow play is going to ignore that, but we have a really low attack anyway. Is that the move? Yeah, let's go Memento here. That's totally fine. They're just going to encore us into the follow play. I'm not too worried about that. Or the knockoff, sorry. Still, setting ourselves up for pretty good range here. I think we'll just stay in. And see what he runs. So he knows we have the Dragapult in the back too, which is totally fine. We have a very, very good speed here against a lot of their Pokemon, so... awesome. Now, we can't go Calm Mind because otherwise they're going to encore us into that, and that could be problematic for us. So, they have the Fluttermane potentially in the back too, so we don't necessarily want to use that Dragon move. Same thing with the Golden Go. You know what? I think I will go with Fluttermane here and just knock it out. I'll just knock it out first. I think it's going to set up screens because it had the Light Clay, right? So that's fine. It can set up screens. I'm going to just try to play around that a little bit here. Yeah, and I don't want to go for a Calm Mind because it's going to lock me in. Yeah, I think that's the best bet right now is just going for an attacking move here. We see that light screen come in. A little bit unfortunate for us. Going to make things definitely a little bit more difficult to play around. At least it's not going to have the 5 turns too, but I don't see us really switching out Fluttermane that much. Maybe there'll be an opportunity that presents itself. We do have the Mystical Fire, which could definitely help us out a little bit too. Alright, so we see the Golden Go here. I think what I want to do is just go Terra Normal and go for Mystical Fire. It's unfortunate that I can't just set up with Calm Mind on this guy. Maybe we potentially could, but I don't want to do that and not get the damage output I need with the screens, and I'd rather just start getting its special attack down as soon as possible too. We can kind of play around it. Maybe I'll go for a Nasty Plot and be greedy. I don't think that's going to happen here. I think he's just going to go for a Make It Rain. Is that Booster Energy? Oh boy. A Weakness Policy, sorry. Nice, so we do find the immunity here. That's going to be really good for us. So it's +1. We'll bring it down to just... We'll bring it down to just normal. That's kind of sneaky. I do like that. I do definitely like the weakness policy on the Golden Go. That's kind of sneaky. I've been wondering if there was a good Pokemon to run weakness policy on, but I couldn't think of it for this tournament because I felt like everything was just going to kind of get outpaced. Golden Go is definitely a decent option with your natural bulk. I wonder if it's like very defensive. It's got the screen, so that makes sense. That makes sense. It's very interesting. Okay, Terra Normal, kind of expected. This is good because now we can hit it with the Dragapult. And the scary thing is if they have the Flutter Mane in the back, then there's just nothing we can do against it. I'm just going for a Nasty Plot here, so trying to be a little bit greedy. That is fine. I think I'm going to go for Moonblast at this point. Just go for a little bit more damage. Maybe we'll get a special attack drop still. No, okay. Yeah, so that Make It Rain, it's going to knock us out here. What move do we want to use? If it tries to set up on our Dragapult, that could be problematic. If we went for a Sucker Punch. And if it had any sort of status moves, we don't necessarily want to be locked into it. We can't go for Phantom Force because it's Terra Normal. I think we just have to go Dragon Darts here and hope for the best. A little bit unfortunate. I think Sableye would have done a little bit better at this match now that I'm thinking about it. The Encore on the Sableye was kind of frustrating at the beginning there. Yeah, Dragon Darts. I think it's pretty much our only move at this point. So we'll take this guy out, which is kind of nice. We lose our Terra option too because we used on the Flutter Mane here, so this could be very, very problematic for us if they have any kind of priority. The light screen's gonna wear off. That doesn't really affect us. They don't know that we're Scarfed, which is good. They don't know that we're Scarfed. And the Flutter Mane, so it's a losing battle. That's unfortunate. That is very, very unfortunate for us. Alright, so our first loss here. We're learning. We're learning. I liked that tech though. That screen support with the weakness policy and the Golden Go. That's kind of sneaky. It's definitely very sneaky. Hard to play around. And we'll do one more. We'll do one more and wrap it up for this video. Okay. I'm not doing horrible right now. Not doing horrible. I'm sure after a couple battles too, we'll start to climb up there a little bit higher. Interesting. So, we know he has the Shadow Sneak here on the Dusknoir, and the Spirit Tomb's probably going to have some priority too if it's running at physical. So that Hisuian Zoroark again, as to be expected, the Flutter Mane, the Mimikyu, those are pretty givens. The Chandelure could be kind of interesting. Maybe it's running Choice Scarf, or maybe it's a bulkier variant with the Terra type. It could just be there too with the Flash Flare to handle Skeleturge. I think that, again, because we see the Mimikyu and the Zoroark, I want to lead with Zoroark again here. Flutter Mane could be alright, but I'm not sure he's who I want to bring for this match, per se. Thinking. Fluttermane could be good against the Spiritomb too. I think we will bring this Fluttermane. But who we want as our last Pokemon? Do we bring the Sableye again? You know what? I think we're gonna bring Mimikyu. I think we're gonna bring Mimikyu against this team here. Just in case we run anything really goofy, we can maybe hide behind the curse again and kind of play around it if we get a good lead. Otherwise, we just have that Shadow Sneak here to kind of play around with that and get that priority as well too with the Sword Stance. So that could be kind of good for us as well. We'll just kind of have to wait and see what they do here. This tournament is so interesting though. I really enjoy some of the interactions that we're getting. It's very, very unique. There's a lot of Ghost-type Pokemon. Ghost-type Pokemon, I think, have been really dominant in Scarlet and Violet metagame. And just having a whole tournament against them is going to be that much more interesting. Now, this could be the Hisuian Zoroark here. I'm almost wondering if it is. And I don't know what this thing's going to do. It might try to burn us, which could be a little bit unfortunate. I think I'll just go for a knockoff here. We have the Fluttermane we can set up after a Memento. We're not really too threatened other than the priority. And if it's running Sucker Punch, then we can kind of play around that too with Calm Mind. We can Terastallize. Yeah, let's go for the knockoff here. See what he does. Nice. So we bait him out there. That's awesome with the Hisuian Zoroark. It's going to be so nice for us. Getting rid of that Assault Vest too is going to be really good for Fluttermane. And now, do I want to do something really silly? I'm thinking here. I think I'll go for a Sword Stance just in case he has a Sucker Punch. I think I'll go for a Sword Stance. It's not going to hurt to get a Sword Stance stuff because we're going to just do double next turn anyway. I don't see him knocking us out in one turn here. Nice, and our berry's coming into play. That's going to be awesome for us. And he's not going to get that extra payday damage just because we didn't attack that first turn here. Nice. You know what? I think this time I'm just going to go for a Shadow Sneak just because we got that Sword Stance. I don't expect this to knock him out here. Maybe a Memento was the play, and then we could have set up the Fluttermane a little bit better here. Nice, that Sucker Punch. So we're going to put him in a really bad position. Let's get one more Shadow Sneak off, and then we'll just kind of play from here. Maybe we'll see a Terra type. Going for a switch here, a hard switch. Is it the Zoroark? It's probably the Zoroark. Yep. Alright, so we know what all three of his Pokemon are. That's going to be really good for us. I think... Is it going to have Sucker Punch? Could go for Memento here. It's a pretty safe option, I feel like. I just don't know how to handle this. Other than stalling with Mimikyu, potentially. Or we could go for a knockoff. Let's just go for a knockoff. It might have the Sucker Punch here. Nice. We're going to get that knockoff too. Big damage there. That's going to be awesome for us. We get that outspeed, so... Very happy about that. We're in a very good position here. Get the Life Form. Fascinating. Yeah, this Colbur Berry, though, on the Hisuian Zoroark has helped out so many times already. The amount of times we've just lived, like, on red has been phenomenal for us. See that booster energy coming in? Not worried about Fluttermane here at all. I am going to go for a Shadow Sneak. Maybe we'll find the KO. Maybe he's going to Terastallize here. No Terra. So we're going to find that KO. It's going to be really good for us. And I think from here, now we'll just use Memento on the Spiritomb. He can't Shadow Sneak us. Sucker Punch will fail if he tries to use it. So we're in an awesome spot. And if he Terastallizes, now we're just set up to come in with Fluttermane and take him out. Awesome. Very good battle. Okay, and they just went ahead and forfeit. We'll do one more here. That was kind of a quick one, and hopefully I'll bring us to about 20 minutes. That's a pretty good time for these videos. I will definitely take that, though. That went very well for us. And the further we get into this tournament, too, the easier it's going to get. We're going to start learning some of these interactions a little bit. It's kind of like a new metagame that's developing here with the ghost type Pokemon, and it's very, very interesting. But it's kind of hard to like predict what they're going to be running a lot of times. We've seen some very, very interesting tech already. Okay. So, taking a look at this team here. See the Dragapult, so we may be more inclined to bring our own Dragapult too, just to kind of get that speed tie against it. I think that with them having the Hisuian Zoroark and the Mimikyu, again, we're going to lead with our own Zoroark as well. Kind of like the idea of keeping Dragapult as the last Pokemon, just to try... Well, no, Mimikyu's been kind of nice too, because we've been baiting out those Ghost-type moves. Do we want Mimikyu, though? I think Fluttermane does very, very well in this match, too, and I do want the Dragapult here. It's going to give us a little bit of priority to deal with some of those other big threats. I think Fluttermane does well against their Fluttermane and their Golden Go, and I think Dragapult does well against the rest of their team. So I kind of like that lineup here. We'll just go for knockoff again, if it's going to be the Mimikyu, or potentially Zoroark. So just kind of see how this one goes here. See the Ceruledge first. Could just be... It could just be the Zoroark. The Ghost type's not going to affect us, so we don't have to worry about that Shadow Sneak, and we are faster. So I think knockoff is going to be our best play here. I'm just debating whether I want to get a Sword Stance up first. If he goes straight... Well, he's not going to go for the Fire type move against the Dragapult, I don't think. I think Sword Stance is a pretty safe first move to go for. Yeah, we'll go for it. We'll play a little bit risky here. It could be Zoroark too, which would be very, very frustrating. We find an outspeed. See that Night Slash coming in. Nice. That's gonna get rid of our disguise here. He has the Night Slash. I'm hoping he doesn't also have Sucker Punch then too, if it is a Zoroark. I don't know if Zoroark gets Night Slash, or if it's just... It could. It could. I'm going to go for knockoff here. We see the Terror type. It's going to be Dark, maybe? Normal. Alright. That's fine. And getting that early Terror is going to be really, really good, because now we can play around it, and it's going to be a lot easier to use Dragapult too. Awesome. Big damage there. Don't know if that crit mattered. I don't think it would have in this circumstance, though, because we did have that Sword Stance. I don't think Ceruledge is that great on the physical defense side, so a little bit unfortunate for them, but we're in a very, very good position here. See that Fluttermane coming out? It could potentially be the Zoroark, but I'm going to go for Shadow Sneak either way here. Awesome, so we're going to get that KO as well, unless they have that Focus Sash. Excellent. I will take the easy win. I'll take the easy win. Got one more Pokemon to worry about here. I feel pretty good about this match so far. And Golden Go. Okay, and they already Terra'd, so could have Toy Scarf, which makes me want to go for the Shadow Sneak, so we'll just go for Shadow Sneak here. Maybe we'll find a KO. He might live this. Yeah, I took that pretty well. Rocky Helmet. Physical. We're not going to care about that Thunder Wave. We're going to avoid it anyway, which really sucks for them. They're having just a really, really bad game. Awesome. Easy win. Easy win. Thunder Wave's not going to do much for you, my friend. So, maybe we'll just get the Zoroark sweep for this one here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up for this video. Snuck 3 quick matches in here. It's been a lot of fun so far. I plan on still continuing to record a lot more of this tournament. And yeah, I think that'll wrap things up. So thank you so much for watching. This is Gemical Gamer out.